Click here to subscribe our channel. Do not forget to press the bell icon to get regular updates of free videos.
This is orientation and first class of economics optional. Before starting this orientation and the first class, I hope you all are well and safe during this pandemic. The second wave has impacted us all directly or indirectly. Every household has been affected, and I can say that life has changed forever for many of us. Although now cases are gradually declining in Delhi as well as nationally, so we may have a breather of, let us say, 4 to 5 months before that third wave may hit, as the vaccination program is still very sluggish. But still we can say that in the near future there is no possibility of any offline class at center. So in 2021 also, just like in 2020, we will have only online platform. So you have only one platform, that is online class. So we'll try to address all your concern through online. And last year the batch started from 25th of May. This year it is starting from 28th of May. So around 5 to 6 months it will take. So by year end you can expect that this course will be over. Now before starting the course, I will be discussing certain issues related to your syllabus. First part, what will be the source of study, what will be the pattern of class, what will be the pattern of your study, what will be the pattern of test, how you will make your daily answer writing practice, from which source you will be referring, and from where you will be getting that model answer, the ideal answer. So I will be discussing various aspects during this. So initial, let us say around 30 minutes or 40 minutes I will be taking for that orientation, and then I will start with the first lecture. So you can start with the syllabus part first. So you can note it down, all aspect. Economics optional for civil service. This as you know, it will have a two paper. Paper 1 is mainly core aspect of economics like micro, macro, money, banking and finance, international economics, growth and development. And paper 2 is all about Indian economy, pre-independence Indian economy, then post-independence, further divided into two parts: pre-reform, that is pre-91, and since 1991. The syllabus you are familiar with. I will be showing just you can get it on your portal or UPSC के site पे भी available है. So in paper 1, first part is advanced microeconomics. That advanced microeconomics will have 4 subparts: Marshallian and Wallacean approach to price determination, alternative distribution theories, market structure, monopolistic competition, duopoly, oligopoly, and fourth part is welfare economics. So these 4 parts are written, but there are some unwritten part. Unwritten part will include consumer behavior, some aspect of consumer behavior, production, cost. So those are, you can say, the unwritten part. Syllabus is not mentioning, but we will be covering all those aspects. So if you want to write, just do one thing. Micro, first topic is, as in paper 1, first topic is advanced micro, and in advanced micro there will be further 4 subtopic. For all those subtopic there will be different sources. You don't have to buy those sources. I will be listing those sources, and it is also there in the test series schedule. So in every test series schedule, at the end of the topic, source is mentioned. Just for example, market structure you have to read from Kutsanis, Modern Microeconomics, Kutsanis, chapter number 5 to chapter number 10 or 11, and chapter number 13 for Bain's limit price. So 5 to 6 chapter for market structure topic. Remember, you can read market structure topic from different book also. There are Nicholson, Snyder, Varian, and so on. So there are different book, but the book that will be very close to your requirement. Requirement means UPSC के जो need है. So close to that requirement will be the questionnaires, but we have to supplement from other sources as well, but the primary source will be the questionnaires for market structure part. Similarly, for welfare criteria, again you can refer to questionnaires and you can supplement it with HL Ahuja also. For distribution aspect also, so there are different sources, so all those sources has been compiled, and xerox of those sources you will be getting in the form of your study material. So you will be receiving your study material through courier, and it can be also sent to you through mail as well. That means you will have soft copy as well as the hard copy. Then in advanced micro there will be 4 different aspects. Second part, remember, once you are reading any particular topic like advanced micro, you have to be familiar with what will be the weightage of that topic in that paper 1. Weightage of not only in micro but within that micro also, because only then you can put more emphasis on one aspect. Like for example, if you know that from market structure topic there will be many questions, then you have to give more time to the market structure. If there is only one off question from Marshallian and Wallichian approach, no need to give much time to that topic. Now how you will judge from which topic or which on which topic you have to give more time? You have to refer to the topic wise question, and that topic wise question is a list. Topic wise question has been uploaded there. So on portal you will be getting this type of topic wise question. So in advanced micro, one topic is, third topic is market structure. So from market structure topic, how many question has been asked so far? All question has been separately and it has been uploaded there. So you can judge. Just for example, in 2020 there were 3 questions, but if you look closely, all 3 questions were from oligopoly. Although market structure will include monopoly, oligopoly, monopolistic, perfect competition, all, but last year all 3 questions were from oligopoly. But in 2019 you will find 1 question, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There were 5 questions from market structure topic in micro, but the composition of that 5 question was 1 question from perfect competition was there, other question was from monopoly, third question was from oligopoly, fourth question was from monopolistic. So well represented, all aspects from market structure were asked. But in 2020 only oligopoly topic has been tested. So once you see the question in detail every year, you can see the pattern, and you can, in that way you can to some extent anticipate what is going to come. So it will be giving you some idea how the level of question, difficulty of question has changed, the nature of question has changed. So study that question very carefully. I will be discussing in every class, I will be referring to these questions. So once we will start oligopoly, I will be discussing this question. Once I will start with perfect competition, all question from perfect competition so far asked will be taken. So we will be referring to all those questions from perfect competition. So like market structure, you will have topic wise question for welfare economics, for distribution theories, for macro, for international economics, for growth and development and so on. Clear? So once I will start with the micro part, then I will explain it in detail. So one aspect is micro, then second part is advanced macro. Now in advanced macro syllabus, it is written approaches to employment, income, interstate determination, classical and Keynesian, neoclassical synthesis, theories of interstate determination, so on. So broadly you can say that macroeconomics is divided into 2 parts, the classical approach, that is traditional approach, and Keynesian approach. So macro you can divide it broadly into 2 parts. Classical, for classical economics best source will be Richard Freund. So Richard Freund chapter number 3 and 4, if you read only those 2 chapters, I think all question asked from classical concept can be answered, and UPSC actually require that you are referring to that core book. So chapter number 3 and 4 of Freund. Then for Keynesian aspect, which is popularly referred as a ISLM model. Better source will be Dornbush and Fisher. ठीक है, वो लिस्ट जो टेस्ट का शेड्यूल है, इन दैट शेड्यूल यू विल बी गेटिंग ऑल दोज टॉपिक एंड चैप्टर नेम एज वेल, एंड ऑल दोज चैप्टर्स हैज़ बिन जीरोक्स, और वो स्टडी मटेरियल के फॉर्म में भी आपके पास है. So just I am explaining that classical model you have to read from Freund, Keynesian model you can read it from Dornbush and Fisher, and as far as neoclassical and neo-Keynesian is concerned, neoclassical means today's economists, some of them follow classical concept, but they have modified that classical concept. So in that way they are neoclassical or post-classical. Some follow Keynesian aspect, but they have modified Keynesian argument, so they are post-Keynesian or neo-Keynesian. So for that post-Keynesian and neo-Keynesian you can read Freund also, or there is one chapter from Gordon, chapter number 17. ठीक है, that you will find that chapter in your macro study material. After that, but there are certain new topic as well. So that new topic means if you look the paper, last year paper, that is 2020 का जो means है, in that paper there is some new questions from demand for money aspect as well, regressive model, regressive expectation model. वो नया topic you are, it is not that the source is not known, source is there. तो ब्रांसन के बुक से 2-3 चैप्टर हैं, तो वो स्टडी मटेरियल के अंदर इंक्लूडेड नहीं है, बट लास्ट ईयर बिकॉज वो क्वेश्चन है, सो आई विल बी अपलोडिंग दो सेलेक्टेड चैप्टर्स फ्रॉम ब्रांसन on your portal, so you can have access to only 3 chapters. One is the consumption chapter, other is investment chapter, and third is your demand for money. So you'll find that question of demand for money regressive model in your 2020 mains paper. So certain additional topic apart from that study material, certain additional topic will also be there and it will be uploaded. So you don't have to buy the book, the relevant chapter of those books has been identified and has been scanned and uploaded on the site. So they will be, you don't need to search for the source. So as far as source is concerned, we have already done that. You have to just follow that source, you have to follow the class. Then the third topic in paper 1 is money, banking and finance. Money, banking and finance. So you can divide this into 2 parts. Some part of money will be included in macro topic also, like demand for money concept and various theories of demand for money concept, is you can say it is part of macro as well as part of this third topic. So mainly this third topic will be covered for public finance point of view. So for public finance point of view, the source will be, core book will be Musgrave and Musgrave, 2-3 chapter from Musgrave, 1 and 2 chapter from Stiglitz, chapter number 19 and 20 to be precise, and the other source you can refer from H.L. Bhatia. So I said 3, Musgrave and Musgrave, ठीक है, वो अगेन आई रिपीट, वो मेंशनड है वहाँ पे टेस्ट शेड्यूल में. देन पॉल स्टिग्लिट्स 2 चैप्टर एंड H.L. Bhatia थर्ड सोर्स. और फॉर मॉनेटरी इकोनॉमिक्स देयर इज अ S.B. Gupta book as well. So certain important chapter again you will be getting in the form of scan copy, वो अपलोडेड होगा साइट पे. So this is your third topic in paper 1, and fourth topic is international. This international economics topic is divided into 2 parts. You can divide it into 2 parts. One, theories of international trade, so all theories of international trade will be there, and second aspect is a balance of payment and foreign exchange market. Balance of payment and foreign exchange market I am dividing into 2 parts because the approach of first part, that is theories, will be micro in nature, and the approach of second part, that is balance of payment, will be macro in nature. So this is macro approach for international and first is micro approach for international. So before reading these theories you should be knowing the concept of micro, and before reading this balance of payment you should be knowing the concept of macro. Okay, that will be the ordering. For theories of international trade, source will be Paul Krugman. You can read it from Salvatore also, but I will suggest go by Paul Krugman for theories, and balance of payment and foreign exchange market, Salvatore. So in the study material you will be getting the important chapter of Krugman. You have to keep, mostly students have Salvatore book, तो वो study material में upload नहीं कर रहे, included नहीं है. So balance of payment and foreign exchange market is Salvatore and theories Paul Krugman. So supplement both. And after reading those topic, again go by the topic wise question, how many question has been asked. You will find that around 5 to 6 question has always been asked from the international economics section. And the last topic in paper 1 will be growth and development. In this growth and development, in fact there are many growth theories, some old one, some recent one. You will find that old one in various books. ठीक है, बैलेंस ग्रोथ स्टडी, अनबैलेंस ग्रोथ स्टडी, सोलो मॉडल, लुइस मॉडल, हैरिस टोडारो मॉडल. So you will find that in various book, but the better book will be for most of the topic. One book will be, you will be referring is ML Jingan, Economics of Development and Planning book है. And the other means one will be Jones for Romer model, and Devraj Ray, Development Economics की book है by Devraj Ray for Harris Todaro model and Lewis model or Lewis Rennes Fay model. So you have to keep ML Jingan, but apart from that rest you will be getting in the form of your study material. तो देवराज ये आपको बाय नहीं करना है, जोन्स आपको बाय नहीं करनी है. जो इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है लाइक 2020 का भी क्वेश्चन है ऑन रोमर मॉडल, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट एस्पेक्ट इन द ग्रोथ मॉडल. So those new models, you can say the exogenous growth model, जो recent theories है, for that purpose you require separate source. Those are not included in the conventional book. So conventional growth model you will be getting in that ML Jingan book. So 5 topics, subtopic you can say within paper 1. So, and always remember when you see the syllabus for micro or macro or money and banking or international or for growth and development. So the growth and development is basically, the syllabus will not be listing you what are the different growth model you have to study. It will simply list theories of growth, ठीक है, process of economic development. So in that sense we say that the syllabus is wide open. So one aspect is that we are seeing in the syllabus what is written, but there is unwritten part as well. So those topics will also come which are not mentioned in the syllabus. So the purpose of class is to cover widely the written part as well as the unwritten part. Obviously that unwritten part you will get to know through by referring to the questions. So the obviously every year the syllabus you can say get pushed. So the boundary will be stretching every year, and whatever be the effort you will make, still 1 or 2 question may be outside that. So that is the nature of the examination. So you have to prepare it widely. So paper 1 consumes a lot of time. I can say more than 2/3 time will be consumed by paper 1, and in the remaining time we can cover paper 2. Difference between paper 1 and paper 2 is that paper 1 actually require that you have read those exact sources, core book, and able to reproduce it in the paper. It will not only require that you understood the concept and now you will be able to express it in your own words. UPSC does not like that. For paper 1, try to use the words as explained in the Froin or as explained in the Kotsanis or as explained in Gordon or any other core book. So like the question like classical dichotomy, so as defined in that book or Mankiw book, you have to use it. Don't explain in your own words. And the pattern of your answer, the look of your answer should not be looking too much mathematical unless the question require mathematical approach. So it is basically analytical and descriptive in nature. Analytical and descriptive. Don't give a mathematical description unless question is not requiring it. And in paper 1, because the nature of the paper 1 is basically more, you can say, objective, fact oriented hoga. If you know the theory, only they you can explain it. So there is a greater risk involved. Risk in the sense, if you know better, you have practiced a lot, you have written one question many times, and then you are writing in the final paper, and you are applying that concept in the examination hall also, then you can score very high also. So you may score 170 or 180 also, but you may end up with only 70 or 80 also. That means a range of, we can say, 100 marks. If you are casual, you may end up, and it is not that the students who are getting 70 or 80 or less than 100 are not knowing the concept. They know the concept well. There are many examples I can give, but in examination hall they followed a different approach. They explain in their own words, maybe. So you have to be more careful in paper 1. You have to be more careful in paper 1 because of that risk. So it is giving you opportunity to score more, but at the same time there is a risk also. So be more careful in paper 1 about the source and about the writing practice. So everything must be written, and exact definition is required. If the question is on custom union, trade creating custom union or trade diverting custom union, you have to define as it has been defined in the Salvatore. Word to word वहाँ लिख देना है, ठीक है. आई थिंक होप यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. वर्ड टू वर्ड का मतलब है वो वर्ड टू वर्ड मैं भी आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगा क्लास के अंदर. एवरीथिंग विल बी डिक्टेटेड, सो एवरीथिंग विल बी इन योर क्लास नोट्स. So you have to read it again and again, and you have to write it again and again. The nature of paper 2 will be quite different. More subjectivity is there. So here, if you know the concept and you have good control over your language expression, then you can score more. But here the variation of marks is less. I can say the mean of 130 plus minus, say maximum 15. So 115 to 145, you are very good. 145 you can score. On an average it is 130. Last year 2019 का रिजल्ट देख लीजिए, जिनके सिलेक्शन हुए हैं, those who are selected, those who are not selected, everyone is getting around 130. Someone 133, 132, 137, 129, 124 and so on. So mostly in that range. So less is the dispersion here, it means you have a lower risk also. So you can push your marks through paper 1. You can push your marks for paper 1, but to maintain balance, you have to score decent in paper 2 as well. So paper 2 syllabus. So these are the various parts of paper 1. I hope it is clear. Sources, you know कौन सा टॉपिक को पढ़ना है, वो टॉपिक वाइज लिस्ट में मेंशन्ड है वो in your test series. And if you want to write for paper 2, paper 2 starts with Indian economy in pre-independence era. So this paper 2 is Indian economy in the pre-independence era. So it is economic history of India. So just see the question first. What are the various questions asked from pre-independence Indian economy? And you will find that in the last 4 or 5 years, around 4 to 5 questions regularly has been asked from pre-independence era. So you can't take it lightly. So one aspect in paper 1 is a Indian economy in pre-independence era. For this pre-independence era, there are various books. Popularly Tirthankar Roy, Irfan Habib, उन सब के book भी पढ़ रहे हैं. But I will say SSM Desai, Economic History of India. You will find a scanned copy of this book in your portal. It is not included in that study material, but it is uploaded there. In the study material, you will be getting certain chapters of Tirthankar Roy, Irfan Habib and other sources. This is an easy book, I will say. Short book hai, usually you can go through, but always prepare notes. See the question, what are the various questions been asked from pre-independence area, like commercialization of agriculture या deindustrialization है या railways contribution है या modernization है, land reform है. So those, prepare those lists. The topic wise question will help you to prepare that list. What are the various dimensions of this topic? and then for each topic prepare a detailed notes. Then second part is Indian economy after independence. And Indian economy after independence has been divided into two parts. One is pre-liberalization and other is post-liberalization. So you can say second part is pre-liberalization and the third part is post-liberalization. But it will be very difficult for a student to divide it in this form. So what I have done, I have divided this paper 2 into 10 different parts. Like one topic will be your pre-independence era. Second topic is like, say for example, agriculture. So when you read agriculture, you have to cover pre-liberalization as well as post-liberalization. So read agriculture in totality. And after independence जो economy पढ़ रहे, read agriculture in totality. What are the various topics been asked from agriculture? Again agriculture के जितने question है topic wise वो separated है. So by looking those question you can identify, okay, agriculture productivity is one aspect, green revolution is another aspect, minimum support price is another, pricing policy is another aspect, doubling farmers income is another aspect. So there are various topics from which question has been asked from the agriculture section. Then industry and services. After that all questions related to public finance, which will include all your tax reform policies including GST. Other aspect will be money and monetary system. So function of RBI, role of RBI, monetary policy, how it will work, what are the limitations for Indian economy. Then external sector, all question related to balance of payment, how the trend of balance of payment has changed since 1991 and before that. Then topic of all growth record. So since 1951 start with since planning till 2020 वो growth का trend clear होना चाहिए कि how in the first 3 plan what was the rate of growth, after that how rate of growth has changed, why 1980 is considered as the U-turn, after 1991 there was a growth momentum, since 1998 again we find that a slowdown, since 2003 to 2009 there was a growth rate increase, 2009-10 onwards again we find slowdown. So entire trend you must be familiar with and what are the reasons for it. So one will be the growth aspect, then planning aspect and the recent topic aspect. So 10 different topics may prepare kar. So you will find it better that when you prepare, divide paper 2 into 10 different aspects, and for each aspect maintain different section in your notebook, and for in different section topic wise question, first of all staple there, paste their topic wise question and write all topic related to agriculture at one place and keep some pages blank, so that if you are when you are reading that everyday newspaper you are incorporating that, because in the paper 2 you will be getting new fact as well. So keep some spare pages as well in that. So 10 different parts for paper 2. The source for pre-independence is clear, but after independence, that is pre-liberalization and post, if you go for a easy book you can refer Mission Puri Indian economy. It will help to prepare answer for majority of question, and it will, the language is easy, points wise given, so it will be helping you to prepare. The other source is Uma Kapila. This is an edited book, so it is mainly containing EPW articles, and those articles are also there in your study material. So Uma Kapila will be other source, Mission Puri, and in addition economic survey, mainly referred to volume 2 for 2020-21 और जो next year आएगा 21-22 के लिए. So these will be the sources. In addition you can refer to your everyday newspaper. ठीक है, जो भी न्यू आर्टिकल आता है you must supplement it. So I think these are the sources. So sources, I don't think there is any confusion related to the source now. Now about your own strategy, how to approach this paper. Since you know the source, I will be referring those sources, I will be dictating everything in the class. Just make a habit of writing one or two answer daily. So daily answer writing practice. Just for example, you will get that example in the first class itself. I will be explaining the concept and I will be showing on which question you can attempt based upon this class. In every class I will be doing it. So make a separate spiral for that daily answer writing practice. Just because you are having all those topic wise question. So suppose you are writing this answer. So just write that question, mention that year, and below that just give two side and around in a 150 to 200 words write answer. Just two side, not more than that. No need to write a very lengthy answer. So just take two side and maintain a separate spiral. Over a period of time, you will find that you have written many questions. So almost previous question you have practiced, and it will be over a period of time. That means with class it will go on. So if I am saying that around 120 lecture will be there, if you make a practice of writing two question every day, so 240 question you have written already, and that will not take much time. Just give 25 to 30 minutes at the maximum. Clear? So one is that daily answer, and in addition to your daily answer, follow the test series schedule. So one test series will go along with the batch, and that will be starting from 30th of May. So that test will be uploaded there on 30th of May, but you can write it later when you are ready. Then you should write. So after seeing, I think first 15 to 20 lecture, you can attempt test number 1. The topic of test number 1 will be mentioned. References are mentioned. You don't have to buy that book, it is there in your study material. I have referred it, it is dictated in the class notes. Topic 2, macro, classical and ISLM. For classical it is chapter 3 and 4 fine, 3, 4, 5 and 7 from Dormush and Fisher. So all topic with references are there in this. So one series will be from prelims, that is before prelims, and one series you can write after prelims. So there will be a combination of two test series. So in fact you are getting 24 tests, because in one series there will be 12 tests. So this batch which is starting from 28th May 21 is expected to end by November or December of this year. So this is one. There is combination of test. One is before prelims, so this will go along with your batch, and the second will start after prelims. It is starting from 17th October and this is from 30th May. You can upload any answer in this first test series till 31st October, and for second test you can upload your answer till your prelims of 2022. So you have enough time. So any student who are aiming for 21 means or for next year means, ठीक है, दोनों के लिए relevant है, class as well as for, because if you are aiming for 21 also, then also your means is expected in the month of January 22. और अगर आप 22 के लिए भी प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, then your option should be ready by December of 21. So this batch is basically meant for both, and those who are appearing for Indian Economic Service, for this year already there is a batch going on separately, and for next year you can start now. And in addition to that optional classes, around 70 to 80 more lecture will be there for micro numerical part, environmental economics part, for maths, stats, econometrics. So there are various other dimensions. So all the lecture of economics optional is included in that Indian Economic Service, plus around 70 to 80 lecture I said. Clear? So that will be going out as separately. The test series will be separate for optional, that is for civil service, and test series will be separate for Indian Economic Service, because the number of paper is also different, the nature of question is also different. So I think we have explained those part, and now one common question is generally been asked: how much you can score in this economics optional, and whether it is good as an optional. Obviously the objective is to clear, objective is to get selected, and to get selected I will say at least a student should be scoring in optional around 275. 275 is good enough. If you score 300 it is very good, but even if you score 275 plus, I think it is very decent score in optional to get even high rank also. And to score that 275 is not very difficult, although scoring you can search independently. The number of students getting selected with economics optional, that is success rate, is very high as compared to other optional. And I will explain that by explaining this question paper pattern. So in any paper, paper 1 or paper 2, question number 1 will be having 5 parts. Each question will be carrying 10 marks. Question number 2 will be having 3 parts. Usually it is 20 plus 15 plus 15. So 50 marks here. Question number 3 again 3 part. Question number 4 3 part. First 4 question is section A, and this first question is compulsory. So compulsory you have to attempt this 5. Section B will start with question number 5, and this question will have 5 parts. Question number 6, 7 and 8. So section B will include 4 questions, and you have to attempt 5 questions in total. So compulsory is first question and the 5th question, and selecting 1 question at least from each section. So suppose obviously you have attempted first and 5th. Suppose you attempted here question number 3 and here question number 8. 4 question हो गए. Now you are free to choose the 5th question from any section. So you are attempting in fact 5 questions, but remember there are 8 questions. Each question 80 marks. So paper is of 400 marks. You are attempting 250 marks. Clear? Now even if a question is very difficult, I said very difficult, like 22 का पेपर है या 2013 का पेपर है, even if question is very difficult, I will always say that 150 marks question is always doable. 150 out of 400, 400 का question है, 8 question है. I am saying 150 is always doable provided you have practiced it a lot. That means आपको वो आंसर मालूम था, याद है वो, and you are just writing it, reproducing it in the examination hall. Exact definition, exact language, exact sentences. In that 150, if you are writing it very effectively, you can score as high as let us say 100, 60 to 66%, 2/3 around. Remaining 100 marks question, if you just manage means around 35-40, then you score 140. If you make a balance of between paper 1 and paper 2, 140 around, that makes around 280. 280 is a very good score in option. In last year result you will find I think very rarely students cross 300. इवन जो सेकंड रैंक है उसके बाद के रैंक जो टॉप 100 के रैंक है उनके भी 300 के स्कोर नहीं है. ऑल्दो इन 2018 रिजल्ट 4 or 5 स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम लिस्पॉन्ड इटसेल्फ scored more than 300. The score was as high as 335. But in 2019, and it was in general for all optional, so variation of marks is always there. Sometimes you score more, sometimes less. But given that even if paper is difficult, you can score 280 around, and it is very good score to get any rank. But you can score it, and remember I am saying 280 when question is very difficult. If question is easy and predictable, then obviously you can cross 300. But even when paper is very difficult, you can manage it. UPSC में एक्चुअल में ये मैनेजमेंट ज़्यादा वर्क करता है, मतलब यू हैव टू मैनेज सम हाउ, बिकॉज इन एनी पेपर यू विल फाइंड फ्यू क्वेश्चन न्यू, फ्यू अनकवर्ड, फ्यू अनएंटिसिपेटेड, lack of time, lack of preparation. So there are many reasons, but despite all those reasons you can manage, you have to manage their score of around 270 to 300. Okay, so it is doable. And there are many students without having any economics background also choosing it as an optional and doing it quite well. So 50-50 I can say that, from economics background as well as from the non-economics background. So there is no problem related to that optional and related to the score. The sources are identified, difficulty level will always be there in any other option also, and there is no guarantee that if you take any other optional you will be getting selected. So no option is giving that guarantee. So you have to, what is required is that you have you should have a liking towards that subject, you are interested, you are motivated to read it. So I will be giving you all this support in the form of your study material, in the form of model answer, in the form of discussion, in the form of identifying the sources. Clear? So I think I have explained all related to the orientation, and now we can start with the class, lecture 1, so that whatever I have said you can just apply, and I will be referring how what is required from your, and you will also find in your portal this type of lecture plan. ठीक है, previous year batch के lecture plan है, in the sense when first class will be uploaded, lecture 1, the topic will be written there. लेफ्ट साइड आप स्क्रॉल करेंगे अपने वीडियो के लेफ्ट साइड तो ये आपको दिख जाएगा lecture 1 है, what topic was covered in that lecture it will be written. So lecture 1 is micro, lecture 2 is micro, lecture 3 is micro. So first 10 lecture will be micro, and within micro market structure we are doing. So it will be basically in the block of around 8 to 10 lectures. So initially I will start with the market. I'm not covering entire micro at one go, then macro, again return back to micro for welfare, return back to macro. So in a lot of around 8 to 10 lecture it will be uploaded. Clear? International economy, so similarly all micro aspect like theories of international trade will be uploaded once, and macro aspect will be later. But when you are writing in your own notebook, write, maintain a separate spiral for micro, maintain a separate for macro. Within micro you can divide for market structure, welfare, distribution theories, Marshall variation, paste topic wise question there and then write it, so that everything will be at one place. तो सोर्स क्लियर होगा, आपको एग्जामिनेशन से पहले सर्च नहीं करना है कि हमने कहाँ लिख रखा है, क्वेश्चन कहाँ पे मिल रहा है. ठीक है, एंड लास्ट ईयर का ये है तो ऑब्वियसली मे बी स्लाइट मॉडिफिकेशन, नंबर ऑफ लेक्चर थोड़े इंक्रीज हो सकते हैं, अरेंजमेंट थोड़ा चेंज हो सकता है.